I'm a fun guy. Obviously, I love the game of basketball.
New coach, new teammates,
Oh yeah, it's
new
good.
system.
Yeah, I mean it's good. I think for me, yeah, just getting taking everything in, um, just being like observing, and just again like continue to be me. Because at the end of the day, like I always, I mean, I think for me it's just like that the notion of like adapting. As a team we all gotta adapt, right? Like we all gotta figure out. Because it's a new coach, right? Like he's gonna come in with his stuff and his philosophy. But I think for me, like, there's nothing more that I have to adjust than the rest of my teammates. At the end of the day, but I also believe that I've played in every role position in the NBA. Like since the first day I got here, like I was running down the floor, Kyle just throwing the ball and I'm catching it and dunking it. From getting to the corner, starting developing ball handling, shooting. So like I've seen everything at the end of the day, and like I think what makes me special is that like I'm a hooper. Like at the end of the day, like when people work out in the summer and like they do one-on-one workouts, like I want to play basketball, like because like I want to be able to understand the game, play off of like guys and not just doing drills and be a robot. Like that's I think is my strength as a player. So yeah, like I'm definitely not worried about that. I know that my abilities, on the basketball court will always like prevail into any situation that I'm put in.
So with that attitude of, okay, I got this, what have you seen as some of the biggest, I guess, differences from all that you've been through in the past since you've been here?
I mean, I think it's probably a little bit more like, for me, again, somebody just bringing the ball up. We got the five having the ball in his hands. We got to play off of him, which I'm kind of like used to. I've done it with Yako before.
Right.
But I think, to be honest, like nothing that I'm like, it's like crazy in my head or anything like that. Like, so I just think that it's basketball, and we're gonna have to play basketball at the end of the day.
Darko said that you're playing in scrimmages, you're off the ball more, you're flashing, you're cutting, which is stuff that you're really familiar with, and that it's working out really well in terms of how the fit is and how you're performing. How do you feel about kind of how this offense could showcase you in a different way?
I don't know. I think we'll find out. Once we start playing opponents and we get into games and stuff. So, I think it's just a matter of like again for me, just continue to play off instincts, which is how I play anyway. And just like again, I think the more we do it, the more we grow. And when we start playing other people, the more we see it. I can't really tell now.
In terms of how you and Scotty fit, how have you found? Because you guys both like to do some of the same things. How have you found how the offense is allowing you two to work together?
I mean, I think, especially right now, it's like we're just playing really. It's like every lineup out there. I don't think it's like specific lineup. So, like I said, it's hard for me to say. I think we both kind of like willing passers. We both, can attack. We both can do a lot of things on the floor. So I think that always helps. Like I don't think it's a bad thing.
Fred had such a big presence in the locker room. Has somebody sort of stepped up into that more vocal leadership role, or has it been more of a leadership by committee, collective, early on?
Yeah, I think we got to be a team, right? So at the end of the day, like just doing that together as a team, and we got a lot more like veterans too. Like I mean, Garrett, like all those guys, like even Dennis, like he's been in the league for a while. So there's a lot of people that's been in the league for a while. So I think it's a lot of people can talk and be vocal, so I think it's just going to be collective.
What's the benefit of having so many different leadership perspectives in the room, right? Like you and OG and guys that have been here for a long time. There are guys, like you mentioned, that have been various other places. Dennis, who had a really valuable experience over the summer. How much can the younger guys take from a little bit of a lot of different
I think it should be a plus for everyone, especially the young guys coming in and learning. Just having, like you said, different perspectives and people from that played in different places and that's that's been in the league for a while. So you just can literally learn everything, if you're willing to. So I think it's just that.
What are your early impressions of Grady? How receptive has he been to what the veterans have to say?
Yeah, no, I think he's listening. I think he's listening. Obviously, like he's young, like he's gonna have to learn and continue to get better. But I think the most important thing is that he's willing to listen. Like when you talk to him, he seems attentive, and that's all you can really ask for.
Pascal, I don't know if this was already said, but just in terms of your foundation, how important was that for you to collaborate with Tavares and just grow it this summer?
No, it was great. It was awesome. I think for me, obviously, I want to be able to do awesome things for the community. With the PS4T Foundation, like it's just an amazing thing for me. Like just being able to grow as a person. Things that my rookie year I wasn't really thinking I would be able to do. So now like just growing into that and for me, I think the most important thing is just always like the testimony from people. Like we talk to people, like some of the kids in that neighborhood, like they're excited because they have the court. Like they have an opportunity to gather as a community, as friends, and a place to be together. Like to me, like that's the more important thing. And I just want to make sure that I have that impact, like and be able to help. That's something that I'm passionate about. That's something that my dad was passionate about. So it means a lot to me.